Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again, and for those of you guys who've been watching the live stream, for the past 3 days I've been playing I guess you could say a voxel-based game. I don't know if that's the right term. Some people were yelling at me before. I don't know if it's a pixel-based game, a voxel-based game. Regardless to say, for the most part, the game is based off of cubes and whatnot, rather than, you know, actual, however you would normally maneuver throughout the game. So it is a free-to-play game by Trove Worlds. It's currently in the open beta state. And I want to run down a little bit of the game, kind of give like my first impressions over 3 days of playing it. So first off, a little bit about the game. The way the gear and itemization works is the following. You've got green gear, which is like your lowest tier. Green gear can be farmed in the following area right here. It's an adventure world, which you can go in from level 1 to 3. You can go into any level, but that's pretty much ideally where you would farm your green gear. After you hit level 3, you're going to pretty much go over, well, yeah, you can go over here. And from level 4 to 5, so sorry, when you hit 4, you're going to come to the adventure area, and you're going to go ahead and farm that area, which is 4 to 5. That's you get blue gear out of. Then you're going to go up, and you would go for purple gear, 6 to 7. Then you would go for orange gear, 8 to 9. Then you would go for red gear, 10 plus. Now this is considered U1. I always forget what the U stands for. I do apologize. I don't know why. I always seem to forget what the U stands for. But anyway, there's U1 through U5. I don't know what it stands for. I do apologize. And as you go higher on the scaling, you get higher tiers of forge, which I'll explain in a minute, and you can have a chance of getting higher grade items. So this is my current house. As you can see, I'm very stylish here. And let me go ahead and show you my main character. So the game at the moment, you have 5 classes you can play. Everything can be unlocked with in-game currency. You can go ahead and pay ahead if you want to get the classes unlocked sooner, but it's very simple to get. You can get a class in like a week of just playing, literally logging in, killing 55 mobs, and then logging off, and that's it. And you get your credits. On the weekends, you get 1,000 credits. On weekdays, you get 500 from your daily, and then there's other ways of doing it as well with mastery. So I'm going to go over to my gunslinger. You have 2 basic classes, and then 3, and there's another one coming out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry. This upcoming Tuesday, I believe. So you've got the Fey Trickster, the Dracolite, the Neon Ninja, and the Candy Berserker. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over. Now, this character I've been playing for about 3 days, and I'm pretty much done with my gear. I'm max level, which is level 20. Did take quite a lot of grinding. I'm not going to tell you that like most people are going to hit, you know, what I've hit. I came into the game with no research, nothing, and just jumped in and learned the game. So the way, really fast, I want to go over the itemization is the following. You have a weapon, a face, a hat, and a ring, and that's all you can have. You can have any cosmetic you want. Any item you ever get, you can have as a cosmetic, and you can learn it as a skin transfer and just attach it on immediately, which is pretty cool. Same goes with face, hat, and etc. Ring is by itself. Now, the tiers for after red go into rainbow, and then after rainbow it goes into shadow. So for example, some rainbow gear would look like this. That would be a rainbow piece of gear. You can see it literally is a rainbow, and that's the tier. Now, what the forge is on an item, so if you look at my items, they're forged 25, it means they're maxed forged. Every time you upgrade the forge of an item, all the base stats on the item go up. If you guys are familiar with me playing Path of Exile, you can chaos your items to get the stats you want, and then you can bless/divine orb them to get the higher tier stats. They're all in the same tier. If it has an asterisk by it, I believe it's in the top 70 percentile of the stats. If it's in a double asterisk, it means it's in the top 95 percentile. So you do have customization with your gear. You can roll certain stats and whatnot. Of course, there are limits, such as if you have maximum health, that takes the place of jumping, I believe. And there's a bunch of other stuff to kind of go over. So you actually have to think about how you're going to build your character. You don't just throw random shit on your guy and go. So now I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the content, and I'm going to run through. You only get 3 skills in this game. It's not really made to be like, holy crap, oh my, you know, like this, etc. It's just, I see it as just a nice casual game, a nice relaxation game to play. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Uber 4, oh, that's what it's called, Uber 4, which is pretty end game. The only thing above Uber 4 is Uber 5, so it's past all the other tiers, past Uber 1, past Uber 2, past Uber 3, and I'm going right into Uber 4 right now. So I'm going to try to look for a dungeon here. Almost every dungeon, to my knowledge from what players have told me, have been player created. Since they're player created, it's a lot of fun to go into the dungeons and explore, and you get to learn the layouts of the dungeons, and it's a lot of fun in that regard. Every area brings its own type of benefit to you. Certain areas you can farm certain gear in, and you have your own portable house like I showed you before, and you can pick up at any cornerstone and build. One of the cool advantages of this game is the HP, like the way you use your HP flasks. Rather than just consuming potions, if you look down where my Q is, which is right down here, you have refillable potions. As you go through the game, you use your potions, you go back to anyone's house, and you can refill them for free at the little guy right there. One of the other features of this game that it has to offer that's really neat is the really fast-paced gameplay you can choose to make. You can go from mid-air, for example, here onto your mount, jumping into a roll, back onto your mount, into a jump high, into another roll, into your mount, and you can keep on going. You can roll plus jump on every piece of gear. I believe the highest you can roll is +9 to jump. I don't know if you can roll, well, let me clarify, I don't know if you can roll on every gear. But theoretically, if you could have 9, 18, 27, 36 jumps. I don't know if that's possible, but I do know you can roll 9 jumps on most pieces. I could be incorrect there, though. With the jumping feature, it allows you to do crazy stuff and scale awesomely. For example, I want to go up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Boom. I just scaled an entire cliff. Like, it's really fun. It's very rewarding, and most games don't allow you to do this. You're not actually flying. You're just jumping really, really, really high and really far and really, yeah. So it's really cool. So going on into this, there's like a subsection for building as well, which you can join other things if you want to play more of like the Minecraft feel. If something has an X over it like that, oh, sad face. I'm not gonna make this one. If something has an X over it like that we saw over there, it means the dungeon has already been explored. The worlds supposedly go on forever and they just keep generating, or you can just go back, reset, and make a new one, and then it will get filled with people as well. The way the loot is shared is 8 people can join in on a dungeon / shadow arena, which is later on, and the loot is everyone gets their own separate loot. So you never really have to worry about people looting and stuff. If you have more than 8 people, it becomes to be an issue. And then I don't think you can share all the gear. I think like some people will get left out on gear. But 8 is more than enough, I can assure you. Okay, that's a Shadow Arena area. Shadow Arena is strictly for endgame. When you farm in U1 to U5, which is I believe Uber 1 to Uber 5, and you farm you farm areas in general, you get these things called shadow fragments, which you can forge to create a shadow key, and from the shadow key you can open up the areas over there. Those are essentially raids. You bring 8 people, and that's where you have the highest chance of getting shadow gear and rainbow gear, which is what you'd like. The magic find stat in this game does not actually increase the overall amount of items gained. It increases the quality of the items, meaning that the forge will be higher. The main type of currency you find in this game is called Flux. Flux is used for trading, and it's used for upgrading pretty much all of your gear, and it's used for a lot of the crafting. Unlike a lot of games, when you would normally go over and harvest something, you actually get to attack the stuff you're harvesting, and you actually laser beam it out. It's pretty neat. Mobs as well can even drop some of the best gear in the game, so killing them is also really neat. So if you don't want to run dungeons, you could just chill out and instead kill some mobs, which I think is really cool. Most games, it's the mobs don't really, they're either like the best thing to do or the worst thing to do, but here they've seemed to find a balance in between. I think I already went over it. The max level is 20. It does take quite a bit to get in there though, and the game rewards you for knowing the layouts of dungeons. So hopefully I'm gonna know the layout of one of these dungeons. I probably am not, because I don't know this place. Yeah, I actually don't even know this place. So let's see. Here's a dungeon. This is a 3-star dungeon, which is 3 stars the highest you could do, and there's 1-star bosses inside as well. So let's see. Yeah, I do not know the. Actually, I think I might know the layout of here. Let's find out. All right, there's one boss right there. There are a bit of bugs in the game right now, since the game is, it's not even released, it's in alpha, or sorry, it's in open beta. So there's some bugs with clicking issues and alt-tabbing issues, and there's a couple of other things, but it's kind of minor to being able to play the game for free on early release. That's the way I like to look at it. Now, on a side note, health potions heal for 50% life, and there's something to do with the game where you don't ever get one shot. I don't know exactly how it works, and a chest should be spawning right around here. But for some reason, you can never actually get one shot. You always drop to like 2% life. I don't know what it is. It's really weird, and you can kind of abuse the mechanic if you learn the game a bit. So one cool thing about bosses in this game, the way it works is when you kill the boss, you have a chance at loot. When the boss dies, it drops a chest. The chest has loot guaranteed. So you can get really lucky, and it's kind of like a double reward, which feels really nice. Spikes and fire damage do percent of your health and damage. So stacking percent health kind of can get you killed if you don't know what you're doing all the time. Whereas potions do heal by percent life as well. Alright, here's another 1-star boss. I'm probably leaving out some stuff because I haven't went to sleep in like 45 hours. I've been playing the game so much because it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, something else that's really important in this game for people who like min-maxing. If you press C and you look at your master, there's another bug, you just keep shooting. I guess that was in my favor though. You have a mastery level, and your mastery level, anytime you do certain things like achievements, it goes towards your mastery level. And it essentially gives you extra benefits, like being able to hold, extra damage, lasermancy, which is your mining, qubits, which is like the cash shop currency kind of. You get, flat damage, percent damage, flask capacity, max health. So for people who want to, go ahead and explore the game for what it is, you get benefits for leveling all the other classes. Mounts are really cool. You can get a mount your first day playing. You get 500 qubits every day, 1,000 on weekends, and that is more than enough to pay for your mount, considering your mount is 500 qubits for your first one. That's for the bosses. The Death Knight's right there. I'm gonna try to pull the ads out of the room. Whenever you fight a boss, he always spawns 2 ads, and sometimes they spawn additional ads, such as bees, which will periodically respawn the entire fight. So we're gonna get 4 ads, I want to say, in this fight. Looks like. Yep, there's the 4. And there's a bug with my character. There we go. Kind of sucks at times, when your character just starts derping out, but life is life. Come on. Give me procs. Give me some procs. There's also a dodge command with shift or middle mouse button, which is really cool. I don't know if it actually invons. Oh, sad face, I missed. I don't know if it actually invons you, but it's really nice because you can dodge a lot of skills that would usually hit you across the face. The only problem with it is I never seem to have the energy regeneration to be able to do it. I very rarely get the regeneration. I feel like it may need to be tweaked, or maybe I'm just the way I'm gearing. It's one of the big penalties. So for killing the 3-star boss, of course you get quest rewards. Well, not quest rewards. You get experience. And you get a chest that I believe has a higher chance of having better loot inside. These are just oranges. Well, that's pretty much about it, guys. I just want to give you guys a little rundown of the game. If I left anything out that's really crucial, I could make another video. I've been having a lot of fun, playing the game and whatnot. It's pretty neat. So, with that being said, hope to see you guys all tomorrow, and remember, if you ever want to check me out, all you gotta do is follow me on my stream at twitch.tv/Pohx, which you can always find located in the description below. Furthermore, if you want to check me out and know when I go live, you can check me out on my Twitter, which is also located down below, which is twitter.com/POHXX. I'm sorry I'm using the wrong overlay, I'm just really tired and couldn't set one up. Actually, it's right above there, look at that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.